Hi friends, welcome to the Next.js series. In this tutorial, we're gonna see how we can post the data in the database. So in the previous tutorial, we had seen how to get the data from the database, and also we had seen how to get a single item from the database. So in this tutorial, have a form. So once I fill this form, I submit this. That particular what I have entered in this field should get stored in the database here. So let's get started. So first we will configure in the backend. So go to the app API in the book, the route.js. Go to this. This is a ID. This is a route.js. Go to this. So already we had seen how to get the data from the database. Here we have to post it. So we have to write a function for the post method. So here, instead of get, I have to give a post. So it should be in a caps. So post. So I want to get the data. First we have to connect with the DB. So one of the video we have discussed how to connect with the DB. So connect, DB connect. We have to import this. And once we have imported this DB connect, we have to get we will get a request. So in the request, so go to the browser, we will be requesting. So the request will be the book name and the category name we are requesting. So for that, here const, here book name, you can give any name, and the category name, this will be I'm getting from the request dot json method. So here I have to use the await. So once we have get a request, we have to store it in the, we have to create a document in the database. So for that we have seen the model name is book models right here. So book models. So in the book model we have to add this field names. One is book name, another one is the category name. So once we have created the record, and we have to store it in some variable. So here I will give the book post right here, and we have to save in a database. So for that I have to use a await. So the name of the variable is book post right here. So book post dot, we have a method called save method. So once we have saved, we have to return a response. So return, so next response. So in the next JS, we have to give a next response. So we have, once we have give this, and we have to give a JSON. So in the JSON, we have to give book post. So whatever I have saved in the database, that should be I get a response, and also I have to get a status code. So the status should be, once its record is being created, my status will be, my response will be 201 status. So once I save this, and go to the Thunder client, and we have to check the post is working fine or not. So here I have a data. So in the HTTP colon localhost 3000, I have the API slash book, and go to this request. So the book name, the category name we have to get from here. You can see we are getting from the request. So the book name and the category, this name and this name should get match. So in the tender client, this is a new request. So once I send this, you will be getting a response. The next response, the response we will be giving, we have given what we have given. The response should be the book post, and also the we will be getting a status. So once go to the Thunder client, and you will be getting a response, book post, and the status code. So we will be seeing, so it's processing. So the record is being created, so the book post whatever I have inserted. So here you can see the book name and the category name, the ID. So the status code is 201. Once go to this database, now we have two documents right here. Once I refresh it, so you could see the another document is being inserted, which is the DB and query language. So now we go to the front end, and once this is backend is completed, go to the front end. This is page.js. So we have two input field. We already I have been created this book name and category name. So here go to the project, and here I have a form. In this input I have a type text, the name is book, and here I have a category name, input is text and name is category, and the submit I have a button. So here I'm using a form data object to getting a value from this input field. So for that, once I submit this on submit, so I have a function, so handle submit. So I have to write a function for this handle submit. So here the const handle submit is my function name. Here the async I have to use. I have a arrow function right here. So in this arrow function, I am just passing the whatever I have typed in this field. I am just passing this event. So this should be prevent default. It should not get refreshed. So I'm just giving a event dot prevent default. So once I give this, we have to create a form data object. So const form data equals new form data. Here I have to pass the event dot target. So we usually get the event dot target dot value. Here we are using a form data. So here event dot target I have to give. So once I have given this, I have a two field, right? I want to get this input book, and I have a category. I have this name, right? So the whatever I have the name, this is a form. You can give any name. I'm just giving a form data. Here the form data dot get method we have. So in this get method I have to get this name. The name is book right here. So here I have to give book, and also have to give a category. So here I have to give a category. So do this, and I have to write a category. So we have to store it in some variable. This variable should match with the backend. So book name equals, and also I have to give the const category name. So once I give this and save this, and I have to console this first. So I'm just log this book name and the category name. So this is book name, and also I'm just copy this and paste it right here, and also I have to print the category name right here. So go to the browser and we'll check whether it's working fine or not, and I refresh it. So once I refresh it, just so it's getting refreshing. Just remove this. So I'm got some error. So this is a client component, so we have to use client. So if you are using a form data like we have to use a use client. So just I save this and go to the browser and refresh it. You could see the error would disappear. So I'm just type this right here. Here I'm just writing oops, the book name, the category name is programming. Once I submit this, so I'm getting whatever I have typed oops and the programming. So here you can see the form data event, whatever I'm typing. So it's getting the book. I have a here I have a name as book. Whatever I type here, it store it, it is showing the book name. So the book name is whatever I'm getting in this input field will this is appear here. Whatever I typed in here, it's printing here. So consoling here. So I have to use a Axios. So in the backend we have to store it in database right here, right? So for that I have to use a await. So in this I have a Axios. So I have to import this dot. I'm using a post method right here and go to the Thunder client. Here we have a post. We have to get the URL right here. So in this we have a URL. So this is not so. So a HTTP localhost 3000 API slash book is our URL endpoint, API endpoint. So go to the page.js and I'm just give this and comma, and also I have to pass this book name and the category name. So here in the post I'm just posting this, I'm requesting this book name and the category name. So here I'm just give this, and here I want to store it in some variable. So here you can give the response, so equals. So once I get the response, I just console right here. So whether I'm getting a correct response, it store it in the database or not. So for that I'm just click this. Just log this console dot log of the response, whatever the response I'm getting. So once I save this and go to the browser, I'm just refreshing it again. So I'm just giving a oops, and also I'm just giving a programming. Once I submit this, you will be getting a response. So the response is the data. So which we have created in the data we will be having this book post. In the book post we will be seeing this, whatever I have typed oops and programming. So once you go to the database and refresh it, you can see the fourth document is being added here. So I'll refresh it again. Now the three documents, once I refresh it, you can see the oops and programming. So fourth document is being added right here. So go to the, and here in the response dot data. So here I have a response dot data dot. Here you can see in the browser the response, the dot data dot book post. Only I having this book name and the category name. So go to the dot book post. So once I save this and go to the console again, I'm just refreshing it. Now I type React. This is front end. So once I submit this, you will be getting the book name React and the front end. So go to the project. So once I submit this React and front end should disappear. So I have to reset the value. So for that, so even dot target dot reset I have to give. So once I save this and go to the browser and again I check this, so it's refreshing. So I'm just giving express. This is a back end. So once I submit this is the event that value is being reset. So go to the project. So whatever I have a response, I store it in use state variables. For example, I have a set books. Here I have a response dot data dot book post. So I'm just say set it in a use state variable. So you have to create a use state variable right here in the constant. I have a books comma set books. So here I have a use state. So I have to import that one. So use state. So it's loading. So I'm just imported, and I have a set books. I'm just getting all the response. So I store it in some books variable. So here I have to use a map method to map this. So here whatever I have got the response, I have this value in the books. So here I have to use a map method. So in the map method I have a book. You can give any name right here. So here I'm listing this. So in the list I have a book dot book name, so hyphen book dot category name. So here I have to pass a index. So key equal to, so key equals index. So once I save this and go to the browser, I just refresh it. So I'm just giving GK, you can give any. I'm just submit this. So it's been added, but I'm getting error. So the error is the map books.map is not a functions. So you have to use a form data right here. You are getting two variable right here, right? So for that, the existing data we have to add. So for that, we have to use a spread operator right here, three dots. So the whatever the books we have added previously existing data we have to get. So once I save this and go to the browser, and you can see this error would disappear, and once I submit the form you will get whatever the value I have typed. So here I will so here the next JS, so web development. So I submit this. So you will be getting uh, this book name and the category name. So here you can see on the books book dot book name you will be getting, and book dot category name is also we will getting. So you can see in the browser. So we got the output. So thank you all.